Greetings, everyone. Today, as part of the Peace video series, I'm going to share with you positive and nurturing behavior strategies. How do we use discipline that's not focused on punishment, but has a positive approach to teaching children right from wrong? First and foremost, you have to have clear expectations of what you want your child to be able to do. Frequently, what we do is when a child is doing something that we don't approve of, we say, "Stop, don't do that." And we kind of tend to yell. And if the child doesn't stop, we often resort to, maybe sometimes, I hope it doesn't happen, spanking the child, thinking that's going to make a difference. But spanking and punishment and yelling does not teach a child. What teaches a child is when you use patience and you use preventive strategies, give choices, and redirect your child, and also work with your child through modeling, through teaching clear expectations, setting rules, and making sure you are helping your child to follow those rules. Let me begin with an example. For example, preventive strategies. What kind of preventive strategies can you use? Let's say you go to the store, you take your child with you, and your child wants to run around, and you don't want that to happen, and you've seen that. So the next time you go to the store, you prepare ahead of time. So what you do is, if the child is old enough, let's say 5 years old or 6 years old, or even for a 4-year-old sometimes, what you can do is, you know what, you're going to help me with the shopping today. And arrange it ahead of time and give your child a task to do while at the grocery store. Okay, you're going to find, for a kindergarten child, you could say, you're going to find 3 things that begin with C. You're going to help me find cheese, you're going to help me find Cheerios, and you're going to help me find some crackers for us to eat when we need a snack. So that's one thing. And then you finish shopping and you remind the child as you enter the store and as you are going through the aisles. And then when it comes to the end of shopping and you are at the checkout counter, you can remind your child, you know what you have to do? You're going to help me put these grocery items on the counter. That will distract your child from going and grabbing that candy bar that they have a tendency to, and sometimes they whine and groan and cry and have a little tantrum asking that you buy that. So that's preventive. The other thing you can do is to distract your child. When your child is, let's say, jumping on the sofa, and you don't want your child to jump on the sofa, so what do? You can say, stop, don't do that. You're going to really get punished if you do that again. And then that's not helping. So what you can do is to use distraction reduction. And then you take something like, oh, I'm having so much fun with this ball. I'm having so much fun with this ball. That's one way you can distract the child. Or you can say, oh, you know what? I have a little puppet. Do you want to use this? Do you want to do, hello, monkey? How are you doing this morning? So that's another way to distract your child. Another thing that you can do is to really provide a choice. That way you are really growing your child's brain to make decisions. Okay, you're jumping on the sofa. So your child is jumping on the sofa. Say, you know what? You have a choice, Samantha. You can either jump on this rug or you can jump on this mat. But we cannot jump on sofas because we could fall and get hurt. So that's another way you can do it. And the next time you just remind, when the child is trying to get on the sofa, say you have a choice. And then you try to guide your child to make a good decisions. That will help in the future. And the other thing you have to remember to do is make sure that you ignore some mild behavior problems and not focus too much attention on them. Because you cannot handle all of the behavior problems at the same time, so ignore some of them that are very mild and that doesn't have any negative consequences. And the other thing you need to always remember to do is when your child remembers, when they enter the store and they don't kind of have tantrum or they don't run around, then say, oh, I like the way you helped me. Oh, I like the way you placed those items on the store. You were just such a big girl. You really helped me. And if your child doesn't jump on the sofa and remembers the rule that jumping on the sofa is not allowed, but they can jump on the mat, then say, oh, you remembered. Awesome. You jumped on the mat this time. That's good. Did that feel good? So these are some ways you can do that. And it is important to remember that for the developing brain, that we use positive strategies rather than punitive strategies. Thank you.